Hey y'all. Thanks for stopping by the Marita Minutes. To all that are new here, welcome. To all my new subscribers, thank you for joining me on my journey. Well, I only want to be here for a second because I want to talk about Melody Shari and how she has exited stage left. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh. Melody Shari has left the building. Is that what y'all were waiting on? I feel like the writing was written on the wall, especially when I guess her fan base were I'm clearly in tune. What they call the millimeters, because they did a blackout all season. They really wasn't trying to watch the show for real because they didn't like the fact that, first of all, her ex-husband was still on the show based on all the stuff that he had done. And they weren't feeling none of the castmates either. So her fan base already could feel probably what was really going on. And she gave it a go. She gave it her one last ditch effort to try to stay with it. But I guess this year it just got to be too much. It got to be too much. And she couldn't trust anybody. She went live and ran down the whole dynamic between her and the other castmates. Different things that went on behind the scenes that we, of course, weren't privy to. She broke that fourth wall, right? And for example, with the whole Maurice Kimmy DUI situation, okay? And we understand that, Melody brought it up. I just thought she was in her producer bag when she was bringing up stuff because that's what it seemed like she was doing the whole entire season. But she said the production wanted her to bring it up. So she said before she even met with Kimmy, she called her up and told her that production wanted her to bring it up. And Kimmy says, I know it's production. Right? So it doesn't make sense why Kimmy had all this energy for her at the reunion when you know why it was a thing. Then she gave a little synopsis about Nell and how her and Nell really didn't hang out, or Nell really didn't mentor her. She didn't see Mel as a mentor. She said a lot of times when she hung around Nell, they were doing a couple things. It wasn't like her and Nell went anywhere together. By this, like, go get the nails done or go to eat or whatever. It wasn't like that. The only time Nell came around was with Chris. They did couple things. And while they were doing couple things, couple issue conversations came up. But she said the long and short of it, they were talking to Martell about his behavior, not her. She would just sit there and listen because they would be getting on Martell. So why Nell wanted to say she left her bed, or no, she left her mom so she could go check on Melody and Martell? So you can do couple things? It sounds like to me now that we're looking back at that scene where you laying all over your mom's, not headstone, what they call them, whatever it is, the plaque, and that lays in the ground. That sounds like guilt because you left her. Her whole family was feeling guilty. Lance said he didn't pay attention. He should have been around more because he was still focused on his relationship and work. The daughter said she was away at school. Nobody had time for grandma. And neither did you now, because you were doing couple things. You and Chris out with Martell and Melody. She said the only time that it looked like a mentor situation was the time that we saw it on TV. And she threw the glass because Martell was talking about how somebody else made him feel. That was the only time. So she talked about that dynamic. And then she went to talking about Destiny. She brought out receipts and how, because Destiny's talking crazy about how Melody and Martell was trying to groom her. If that's the case, why are you all up in Martell's face all the time? That would be a turnoff, right? If you really felt that way, why would you still be? Anytime you see Martell, you make a beeline straight to him like you did at the wedding. Somebody that's trying to groom you, you're going to go a beeline straight to them so you can sit next to them at a wedding? Get out of here, Destiny. Why you would try to tarnish Mel's name, I don't know. All of these people on this cast would not have had an opportunity. We would not know who you are if it hadn't been for Melody and Martell. And the fact that you see that these two clearly weren't an equal duo. It's clearly defined that Melody was the brains of their whole operation. And I guess Martell was the brawn. I don't know. I don't even know if he was the brawn because clearly he was never around. He was too busy running around the streets of Huntsville playing boyfriend. Melody was making them deals. That's why Melody was tired. That's why Melody was so tired she didn't even want to deal with him. You tired, you working, you trying to bring home the money. You out at the gym all day. Maybe not all day, but you know. Ain't nobody, I don't even want to look at you for real. No. That's why she said, go find yourself a girlfriend. I ain't got time. Pretty much. Little did she not think that he would go find one. That was just an excuse. He wasn't smart enough like Maurice and Marceau to just dibble and dabble. You don't pick a girlfriend and didn't deal with her. They chose their wives. Martell did not. Right? I feel like everybody on this cast, including Carlos, even though he's not on the cast, but including Carlos, should owe some type of gratitude towards Melody, because if it wasn't for her, Love and Marriage Huntsville wouldn't be on the map. Yet everybody has stuck a knife in her one way or the other, except for Sonny. Sonny didn't. Sonny, but Sonny had knives in her back. So, but this, you know what I'm saying? So you would think that they would be more grateful. Well, their cash cow has decided to leave. So now what are they going to do? Where is this going to go? It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to say the least. Am I going to watch? I don't know. I don't know now. Only because Kimmy and Maurice are boring to me. I don't feel like anything they got going on is, that exciting. Trish and Ken, heck no. Because that's a joke. Nobody is checking for them. Tisha and Marceau. Now, where I like Marceau, I'm not a fan of Tisha. She, I tolerate her because she's on the show. But I like Marceau, but not enough to tune in every week. If I see some clips, I might watch it or whatever. But, not enough to tune in on a regular. Who was left that we would really want to see? I don't want to see Dusty and anything she got going on. I don't want to see Martell. And if they bring Arion, it might be interesting to see how uh, production edits her and shapes her character. That would be interesting. Now, would they embarrass her? I don't know. I think she'll embarrass herself, but I don't even know if she's going to be even allowed to come on there. Even still, I'm hoping that Melody kept her EP credit, because even if she's not on there, she needed to make her money off of them. They did it for the last, I'm not gonna say 9 years because it hasn't been on 9 years, but even though they say we're in the 9th season, they chop their seasons up. It's really weird. I think it might be 5 or 6. Even though for the last 5 or 6 years, they've been riding on Mel. Now it's time for her to get back off of them. And it ain't gonna last. It's like a done deal. It's a done deal. Ain't nobody tuning into that. I wish Melody well in all her new ventures. I want to say she says she's doing a movie, right? She got a movie thing coming up. Of course, she's got her TikTok live on February 1st. Check that out tomorrow. Yeah, I feel like this was she closed a chapter and she's moved on to the next. It's time to move on. Sometimes you just know when it's time to move. I kind of said over and over in some of my videos that I think it would behoove Melody to leave while she is riding high. Don't let them drag her down with their nonsense. Whatever they got going on, let it go on. Maybe Maurice will get into his case that he has, this pending case that he has against one of the bloggers on YouTube. We didn't hear anything about that, even though they had so much mouth about the millimeters in the first part of the season. Then all of a sudden that quieted down. I wonder why. Just saying. Y'all, tell me what you think. I am going to miss Melody, seeing her every week on the show, because that's the longest running reality show. It ran for a whole year, give or take a few weeks here and there. But a whole year, they don't do like their little 8-week spin and then they're gone till next year. The whole 52 weeks. They might do 48 weeks out of the whole year. It's crazy, right? Anyway, before you leave the building, like this video. It's a free way to support the channel. And with that being said, everyone be blessed. Peace.